Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the WWE 2K24 Universe Mode series. And we're here on Monday Night Raw, and we're starting off the show with none other than the game himself, Triple H. The CEO of the company is he's preparing for war at the moment at Survivor Series, Wargames. It will be Team Triple H versus Team Batista. And we do know that Batista has Edge and Randy Orton already on his side. But Triple H did say last week that he will be revealing his third team member here tonight. But I also believe that Triple H has another announcement regarding Survivor Series, a huge announcement that is. So we're going to have to wait and see exactly what Triple H has to say. But Triple H, clearly not a happy man after the recent events that Batista has obviously been doing by almost hiring Edge or ordering a hit by Edge on to Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels isn't here tonight, as Triple H has informed him to stay at home and make sure that he recovers and is all well and good to go to war at Survivor Series. So that's why Triple H is out here on his own right now. But the game looks more focused than he's ever been right now. He has a lot of motivation going in towards Survivor Series. And we're going to have to wait and see whether he can come out on top and his team can come out on top inside of Wargames. But Triple H is about to address the WWE Universe and make a huge announcement and reveal his third partner in his team. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. Now, I promised you all something big for Survivor Series. I'm here to deliver. For the first time ever in WWE history at Survivor Series, we're going to have not one but two 30-person gauntlet matches. One for the men and one for the women. And the stakes couldn't be higher, because the winners of those matches will go on to main event SummerSlam. That's right, 30 men, 30 women, all fighting for the chance to headline the biggest show of the summer. But that's not all. I know you've all been waiting to find out who the third member of my team is for Wargames. Last week, Batista and Edge thought they could intimidate me. They thought they could break DX by attacking Shawn Michaels. Well, they were wrong. They were dead wrong. So without further ado, let me introduce to you the third member of my team, someone who knows a thing or two about kicking asses and taking names, someone who has zero tolerance for nonsense. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Stone Cold Steve Austin. Well, the rattlesnake seems to have sided with the game Triple H ahead of Wargames and Survivor Series. So what a third person this is to add to the team. To have D-Generation X, Shawn Michaels and Triple H teaming up with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold, obviously the current Raw General Manager. And Batista has thrown a few shots at him, especially before Crown Jewel, where Batista was pretty much having a little bit of a tantrum, all because Stone Cold was able to announce the tournaments of King and Queen of the Ring leading up towards Crown Jewel before him, simply because Monday Night Raw is obviously earlier on in the week than Friday Night SmackDown. And Stone Cold didn't take too lightly to that, and I wonder if Stone Cold still has a bit of an issue with Batista ever since then. But Stone Cold is out here teaming with Triple H. What has he got to say? If you're ready for Survivor Series,
give me a hell yeah!
Batista, Edge, you two jackasses think you can just walk in here and run roughshod on everyone? Not on my watch. That's right, Steve. At Survivor Series, it's going to be war games like never before. DX and Stone Cold versus Batista, Edge, Orton, and whoever else they can scrape together. And at Survivor Series, the final member of our team is just dying to get this war started. Batista, you better get ready, because you just woke up the rattlesnake and the cerebral assassin at Survivor Series. We're coming for you.
And that's the bottom line. The Stone Cold said so.
So moving on with the show, and we're getting into some female action, some women's action right here. Charlotte Flair, a couple of weeks ago, wiped out Rhea Ripley after Rhea Ripley successfully defeated Natalya, getting her revenge on Natalya after Extreme Rules. Rhea Ripley, but yeah, Charlotte Flair after that match decided to wipe out the Women's World Champion, and it has been made official that Rhea Ripley will be facing Charlotte Flair at Survivor Series this weekend for the Women's World Championship. So Charlotte Flair is really coming after that world title. She's made it clear in recent weeks that that is what she's after. But the only issue is Ronda Rousey is looming in the shadows. Ronda Rousey has got her rematch clause, and she will be using that at SummerSlam. She made that clear quite a few weeks back now. And she did state to Rhea Ripley that she wants Rhea to actually remain champion until then. Ronda Rousey wants to defeat Rhea Ripley once and for all. But the self-proclaimed queen of the WWE has a new kind of attitude ever since Crown Jewel, where she was unsuccessful in the Queen of the Ring tournament. She feels as though she was the only superstar there that was worthy of being there, really, because she's the only one that actually went through the entire tournament all the way to the final, whereas the other superstars from SmackDown, there was a lot of controversy about how they ended up in the final, and Charlotte Flair clearly took that to heart. But regardless, she's still come out of it making a clear message that she's headed straight to the top. So she shouldn't really be too angry, to be honest, because she's still getting her title opportunity. She's kind of forced it upon the Women's World Champion. But speaking of Ronda Rousey, technically the current #1 contender to the Women's World Championship, but just biding her time as to when she uses that rematch clause, and she's waiting for SummerSlam, the biggest party of the summer, which will be after Hell in a Cell. So we have Survivor Series, Hell in a Cell, and then SummerSlam. So we are officially on the road towards SummerSlam right now. Ronda Rousey out here. We haven't seen her in action since she faced Rhea Ripley in that last woman standing match at Extreme Rules. So it's been a little while for her. I guess that this can kind of be seen as a way for Ronda Rousey to keep the cobwebs off, remain fresh. So it's going to be one hell of a matchup. This could potentially be the match that we see at SummerSlam as well. If Charlotte Flair is able to defeat Rhea Ripley and then retain that title until SummerSlam, then you've got to think that Ronda Rousey is probably going to be facing Charlotte Flair. So we could be getting a sneak peek as to what's to come at SummerSlam. But Charlotte Flair, whoa, a huge elbow there, but Ronda Rousey remained on her feet. Charlotte Flair, I was going to say, having a good start to the match until that moment just there, but these two have fought in the past for the gold, for the Women's Championship on numerous occasions, so they do know each other well. We're going to have to wait and see who can come out on top here tonight. Charlotte Flair is going to want to keep her momentum going, because she has been on a bit of a roll ever since Crown Jewel. She's really gained some momentum since that Premium Live event. But Ronda Rousey as well is going to want to keep those cobwebs off, remain fresh, and try and keep her own momentum. Or at least to get her momentum going again, because she obviously was defeated in that last women's standing match, and that was the last time we saw her. So Ronda Rousey is going to want to try and turn things around. Now, oh, Ronda Rousey just throwing Charlotte Flair over her shoulder. Now Charlotte Flair in a bit of trouble, slammed down to the concrete on the outside there, and Ronda Rousey now sending Charlotte Flair into the ring post. This is the brutal onslaught type of attack that we've been seeing from Ronda Rousey over the past few months, ever since she started challenging Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship. She's definitely been more aggressive. And oh, a big slap there by Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair just unloading on the baddest woman on the planet. These two will want to try and get back in the ring. It's on an 8 count now. Ronda Rousey just going to slide into the ring, and Charlotte Flair taking her time. She follows though. She does get back in before the 9 count, so still had a little bit of time, but high elbow delivered to the jaw of Ronda Rousey. Now stomping away at the foot. Charlotte Flair with the ultimate disrespect, just wiping her feet on the mat, saying this is easy. But Ronda Rousey looking to remind Charlotte Flair exactly who she is. Ronda Rousey into the pin now for the victory. No, just a 1 count. Charlotte Flair is going to hang in there. Now Ronda Rousey just wrapping the legs around the neck and then a big elbow to the forehead. Now Ronda Rousey lifting Charlotte Flair up. The power from Ronda Rousey slamming Charlotte Flair down onto the mat. Spine first. Big strikes to the midsection, but Charlotte Flair's not going to allow that to continue for much longer. Now Charlotte sent into the corner. What's Ronda Rousey got planned here? Big forearm to the jaw. Takes Charlotte Flair off her feet. Now Ronda Rousey just slamming Charlotte Flair down again. Charlotte had a very good start to the match, but what's this? Ronda Rousey into a guillotine here. Guillotine choke. I can't tell. She's quite got it locked in. I don't think she has. Charlotte Flair able to find a way out of it. If Ronda Rousey was able to lock those fingers under the jaw of Charlotte Flair, you got to think that this one probably would have been over. That guillotine choke. And a big elbow there by Ronda Rousey. Now Ronda Rousey dropping Charlotte Flair on the back of her neck. And now Charlotte Flair, what's she going for here? Now her own submission hold. I thought she was going for the natural selection for a second there, but Ronda Rousey, big right hands to the head, making sure that Charlotte Flair has to break the hold. Now, a reversal there from Charlotte Flair. Big right hand, stunning Ronda Rousey briefly, allowing Charlotte Flair to take advantage for a second. And now into the cover. Charlotte Flair looking for the victory over Ronda Rousey, but just the 1 count. Charlotte Flair looking a bit frustrated, but trying to remain composed and remain focused on what she has to do here to pick up the victory. I'm sure that Rhea Ripley will be watching closely. She'll be wanting to see whether Ronda Rousey can potentially maybe cause an injury to Charlotte Flair ahead of the match at Survivor Series. A big slap there to the face and then a kick to the chest. Now Charlotte Flair looking for the figure 4. If she can lock this in and potentially get the bridge going, then this one could be all over. Charlotte Flair into the bridge. She's got it locked right in there, but well, she's released a hold. Charlotte Flair now just playing up to the crowd, sending a message to Ronda Rousey perhaps. Now Charlotte Flair, she was going for the clothesline there, I believe. But Ronda Rousey able to find a way out of it, and Ronda Rousey slamming Charlotte Flair down to the mat. Charlotte Flair's in a bit of trouble now. Ronda Rousey could be looking for Piper's Pit. And she's found it, slamming Charlotte Flair down to the mat. Ronda Rousey, is she going to go for the cover? No, she's going to go for the armbar. Can she get this locked in? Can she extend that elbow? No. She released the hold almost immediately, which is quite surprising. Oh, she's going for it again. Maybe that's why. Rope break called. Well, Charlotte Flair, her foot is under the rope there. Now, Ronda Rousey targeting the arms a little bit more, trying to deal some more damage. She needs to have a bit more ring awareness and make sure that Charlotte Flair isn't too close to the ropes. If she can get Charlotte Flair in the middle of the ring and lock in that armbar, then you've got to think Charlotte Flair could be looking at defeat in the face, really. Now Ronda Rousey into some ground and pound, just delivering some right hands to the face and driving the forearm and elbow across the forehead, looking to potentially bust open Charlotte Flair. But Charlotte Flair turning things around, slamming Ronda Rousey down to the mat and into the cover, looking for the victory. Charlotte Flair, no, big kick out. Just a 1 count there. Charlotte trying to remain on the attack though. Both of these women definitely have the potential to maybe dethrone Rhea Ripley from that Women's World Championship. Ronda Rousey already did so once in this universe mode at Money in the Bank. Ever since then, though, Ronda Rousey has kind of been on a bit of a downward spiral. So this is definitely a chance for her to get a big victory under her belt and perhaps ensure that Rhea Ripley can remain champion, because that is what Ronda Rousey said. She did want Rhea Ripley to be the champion that she defeats at SummerSlam. Big strikes here by Charlotte Flair, though. Looking to take out the baddest woman on the planet, but now Ronda Rousey responding with her own big right hands. Charlotte Flair falling to the mat. She could be in some trouble right now. Charlotte Flair, no, she's able to slip in behind, and a reverse DDT dropping Ronda Rousey on the back of her neck. Now Charlotte Flair just stalking the baddest woman on the planet, now targeting the legs once again. Perhaps trying to set up that figure four leg lock. Big right hands again, big strikes into the corner. Ronda Rousey can't even get out of the corner here. Big forearms to the jaw as well. And now Charlotte Flair heading up to the top rope. Oh, into the moonsault. She missed the first one off the top rope and into the cover now for the victory. No, big kick out. Near fall for Charlotte Flair, but Charlotte looking to put Ronda Rousey away here. Big chop to the chest, and now natural selection connecting. Into the cover goes Charlotte Flair for the victory to put down Ronda Rousey. No! Huge kick out by Ronda Rousey. Well, Charlotte Flair just playing up to the crowd, strutting her stuff all over the mat, and another slap to the face. The disrespect by Charlotte Flair here. Ronda Rousey is no slouch either. And Charlotte Flair could have maybe gotten a bit too confident there, but she's still able to find a reversal herself and remain in control of this one. Ronda Rousey on the ropes, big forearms to the spine repeatedly, looking to wear out the baddest woman on the planet. Sending her back into that corner, and a big shoulder tackle into the midsection in the corner there, and now slamming Ronda Rousey down to the mat, going into the cover. I doubt this is going to be enough, but you never know. No. Big kick out again by Ronda. But Charlotte Flair must feel like there's blood in the water. Oh, slamming Ronda face first into the mat. Charlotte Flair must feel like she's getting closer and closer to that victory. Big right hand delivered again. Now avoiding that strike by Ronda, but Ronda Rousey able to gain control. Now giving some forearms of her own to the spine of Charlotte Flair. Another one for good measure, and into the corner Charlotte goes. Now Ronda Rousey again targeting those arms, looking to set up that armbar to perhaps finish the match. Big right hand on the top rope. What is Ronda going for here? Slamming Charlotte Flair down on that shoulder. Charlotte Flair just clutching at that shoulder a little bit there. She may have tweaked it as she fell down off that rope. Big right hand to the jaw. Charlotte Flair falls down to the outside. Ronda Rousey, is she going to go to the outside, or is she going to perhaps maybe try and get a count-out victory here? Ronda Rousey just taking a breather. The referee asking Charlotte to get back in the ring, but Ronda Rousey's telling Charlotte Flair she's ready to go. She wants Charlotte back in the ring. Charlotte's going to take her time, though. On a 6 count, Charlotte's back into the ring, and now, oh my word, Ronda Rousey had her trapped, but Charlotte Flair's near the ropes again. I was just about to say that. Gets the rope break, and then a bit of possum play there. Charlotte Flair. Is she going to go for the cover, perhaps? No. Ronda Rousey slowly getting back to her feet, and now Charlotte Flair targeting the leg of Ronda Rousey. Just trying to weaken those legs and set up that figure 4 leg lock. Now Ronda Rousey suplexed both these women down. Slowly making it back to their feet. Charlotte Flair, what's she going for here? Driving into the corner, but she misses. Ronda Rousey able to slip out of the way there. Now Ronda's tossed Charlotte Flair across the ring. And the crowd seem to be much more behind Ronda Rousey now. Especially during this matchup. These two are going to start to trade blows in the middle of the ring, but Charlotte Flair getting the upper hand here. It just shows how low Charlotte Flair has gone with her recent strategies and tactics, that the fans were definitely not behind Ronda Rousey before Extreme Rules, and now how the tables have turned, but Ronda Rousey getting the upper hand there. Making her way around to just in front of the commentary desk here. And now Ronda Rousey targeting that arm again with an arm drag. Working on that shoulder and that arm of Charlotte Flair, just trying to weaken the self-proclaimed queen. And could Ronda Rousey be going for Piper's Pit here? She could be into the concrete on the outside. Charlotte Flair in deep, deep trouble right now. Oh my word. Ronda Rousey looking to send a message to Charlotte Flair. Can she extend that elbow? She's able to extend that arm, but Charlotte Flair just able to wiggle out of it. The referee's on a 6 count now. These two will want to get back into the ring quickly. Ronda Rousey sending Charlotte in towards the barricade. Ronda maybe looking for a count out here. Telling the referee to count. It's on an 8 count, now a 9. Charlotte Flair in deep trouble. And Ronda Rousey able to get the victory. And oh, hold on a second. The Women's World Champion is here and wiping out Charlotte Flair. A little bit of revenge by Rhea Ripley. So Ronda Rousey picking up a big victory just there against Charlotte Flair. But as for right now, we have the World Heavyweight Champion, Carmelo Hayes, making his way out here. Carmelo Hayes is actually only got 1 loss on his record in Universe Mode. And that loss came a couple of weeks ago to the returning CM Punk. So that was almost like a battle between CM Punk and Carmelo Hayes to determine who the best in the world really is. And CM Punk made it clear that he's coming for that world title. He didn't return to WWE just to take part. He wants to head straight back to the top of the mountain. And well, he definitely has an argument, seeing as he's one of the few, well, he's the only person so far in Universe Mode to actually pin the World Heavyweight Champion Carmelo Hayes. So Carmelo Hayes is on one hell of a run ever since being drafted to Monday Night Raw. But he's out here right now to address the WWE Universe ahead of his clash at Survivor Series with Finn Balor. A couple of weeks back, I faced CM Punk. And yeah, he got the better of me. But guess what? No one cares, because I'm still the World Heavyweight Champion. Nah, you're not booing me. You see, that was a non-title match. The champ doesn't lose his gold over 1 slip-up. I've been running this place since I got here, and 1 loss won't change that. I'm still the man around here. I'm still the one, the only Carmelo Hayes. The man who took down Seth Rollins not once but twice. And come Survivor Series, I'm going to prove once again why I'm the best. Now, I've got Finn Balor lined up for Survivor Series. Finn, I respect your legacy and all, but this is my time. You're looking at the man who's going to walk out of Survivor Series still the World Heavyweight Champion. Hold on a second, the #1 contender, Finn Balor, is going to make his way out here. Clearly not happy with the words that Carmelo Hayes has coming out of his mouth. Finn Balor has been scratching and clawing, trying to get his way back up to the top, but he does still hold that World Tag Team Championship with Damian Priest. They haven't really been defending those titles very often in this Universe Mode, because it does seem like both of them are a little bit distracted with the whole singles division and the world title. Damian Priest obviously entered himself into the King of the Ring tournament, but unfortunately came head to head with Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar was wiped out at Crown Jewel by Bron Breakker, who eventually won the tournament, but Finn Balor is out here and he's finally getting his opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship after being successful in a gauntlet match a few weeks back. A bit ironic that, seeing as at Survivor Series, the first time in WWE history, we're going to have a 30-man and 30-woman gauntlet match to determine who main events SummerSlam in a couple of months' time. But Finn Balor, he's not looking that far ahead just yet. He's just focused on this weekend at Survivor Series. Let's see what the Prince has to say. Carmelo, you've got a lot of confidence, I'll give you that. But let me remind you of who you're dealing with. I'm Finn Balor, the inaugural Universal Champion. I was on top of the world until an injury took it all away. Since then, I've been clawing my way back, fighting tooth and nail to reclaim what I lost. When I had to relinquish that Universal Championship, I buried that anger, that frustration deep down. I've been waiting, biding my time, and now my time has come. Survivor Series isn't just another match for me. It's my chance to finally get back to where I belong, to prove I am still one of the best. And Carmelo, you're standing in my way. Finn, I get it. You've got history, you've got experience, blah, blah, blah. Seth had the exact same advantages over me as you do. And look how that ended. This is my era now. You're just a stepping stone on my path to greatness. From Survivor Series, I'm going to show you and the entire world why Carmelo Hayes is the present and the future of WWE. Carmelo, you may be the present, but you're looking at your future. I'm done being held back by injuries, by bad luck, by anything. At Survivor Series, I'm not just fighting for that championship. I'm fighting for everything I've lost, for everything I've ever worked for. And I will stop at nothing to take that title from you. Finn, you can bring all that passion, all that fire, but it won't be enough. At Survivor Series, you'll be just another name on the list of those who tried and failed to take this championship away from me. The champ stays the champ. Bet on it. So Carmelo Hayes with a clear message for Finn Balor, but right now we have a local competitor out here who is about to face off against none other than Bray Wyatt. So it's interesting to see the fact that there's a local competitor getting the opportunity here on Monday Night Raw, coming up against one of the biggest stars on the entire roster in Bray Wyatt. So Bray Wyatt has been going back and forth with Karrion Kross, and they will be clashing once again at the Survivor Series PLE. Bray Wyatt already has one victory over Karrion Kross, a first blood match that took place at the Extreme Rules PLE a couple of months back. The attack from Karrion seemed to come out of nowhere, but the odd thing about this entire situation with Karrion Kross, it seems almost like he may be working with Auntie Howdy. And you've got to assume that means that he's probably working with Uncle Howdy as well. That's kind of how things have been coming across, as Auntie Howdy has been attacking Alexa Bliss constantly, almost trying to get under the skin of Bray Wyatt. And then even in a match between Alexa and Scarlett, Auntie Howdy made her presence known, and then following that, Auntie Howdy was facing off against Scarlett and actually just gifted Scarlett the win. Just basically laid down for Scarlett so that Scarlett could pick up that victory. So there's a lot of mind games going on, and it's a little bit hard to understand exactly why things are happening the way they are. And I'm sure Bray Wyatt must be just as confused as all of us. But Bray has an opportunity to build himself some momentum here tonight, coming up against this local competitor. The only issue is he's not really going to know what this local competitor is all about, the strengths, the weaknesses. So that can go in the favour of this local competitor. But Bray Wyatt ready for singles action. And the crowd definitely behind Bray. Got some chance for this local competitor here. So singles action. What? But he looks like a member of the Wyatt family. Bray Wyatt trying to intimidate him, it seems, but I don't think it's working. What the heck is going on here? What on earth is happening? Hold on, Karrion Kross. What the heck? What is going on here? Well, the referee's going to have to call this match clearly, but Oh my goodness, carrying cross, planting Bray Wyatt face first into the mat, and now what's he going for? Carrying cross, lining up Bray Wyatt. Oh my goodness, he's got the cross jacket locked in. He looks like he's got it cinched in deep. Bray Wyatt trying to escape here. What is this Wyatt family member doing? He's just watching. He's just... What on earth is happening? He's laughing. What is going on here? He doesn't want Karrion to break the hold. He just said, Bray, come home. What on earth is going on with this entire situation? Karrion Kross releasing the hold. Karrion Kross telling Bray he needs to come home. Oh my word. What on earth is going on here? So moving into our main event of the evening here on Monday Night Raw. And we have the current #1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship, Finn Balor. The Prince is out here. We've seen him earlier on tonight exchange some words with the World Heavyweight Champion, Carmelo Hayes. Finn Balor making it clear that he was at the top of the mountain once before, but ever since he held that inaugural Universal Championship, he was the inaugural Universal Champion on Monday Night Raw. Ever since he got injured and was forced to pretty much hang up that title, he struggled to get back to the top of the mountain, and he feels as though now is his time to get back on top of that mountain. The crowd definitely not behind him here tonight, which is quite surprising, especially considering the story behind Finn Balor's climb back to the top. You would have thought that more fans would maybe be on his side, but I guess it's the way that he's carried out his business. He's definitely almost forced himself into the picture. And you could argue that he's maybe even ruined the chances of Seth freaking Rollins in the process. Because especially whilst he was that special guest referee as the Demon, he definitely targeted Seth Rollins a little bit more than he did Carmelo Hayes. But Finn Balor is out here with a bit of a warm-up match ahead of his showdown at Survivor Series against Carmelo Hayes. And it's not going to be an easy matchup for him here tonight. We've got a superstar who we haven't seen much of in this universe mode. So he's going to have one hell of an opportunity to maybe even climb up to the top of the mountain as well. So Finn Balor waiting patiently. And his opponent is none other than Shinsuke Nakamura. A man who Finn Balor will know quite well from their time in Japan. But Shinsuke Nakamura, as I said previously, we haven't seen much of him in this universe mode, but if he's to be victorious here tonight, and let's say that potentially Finn Balor wins the World Heavyweight Championship, then Shinsuke Nakamura is going to be... he's going to have one hell of an argument as to why he deserves a title opportunity. So... but even if Shinsuke is unsuccessful, he could maybe even force himself into that match at Survivor Series if he does well enough here tonight. We'll have to see how things go. There's a lot on the line here for Shinsuke Nakamura. I believe the last time we may have even seen him might have actually been the Money in the Bank. So it's been a couple of months. But he's got one hell of a opportunity here tonight. And what a time for him to return, as we are building towards SummerSlam. Of course, we have Survivor Series just around the corner this weekend. But then, only a couple of months away, do we go to SummerSlam, the biggest party of the summer. So Shinsuke Nakamura looking to propel his career here tonight. What an opportunity it is. The crowd singing along to his song. A bit of a mixed reaction for Shinsuke. Some cheers, some boos. But I think ultimately the WWE Universe are pleased to see Shinsuke back in the ring. So these two are going to go head to head. A big kick there. Big strikes by Shinsuke to start this match off. And then he hooks the arms and into the cover. For a quick victory, no. Just about kicks out before two. Does Finn Balor. But Shinsuke Nakamura like a machine gun, straight out the gates, just unloading on Finn Balor here. Maybe to the shock of Finn Balor, to be honest, right now. Shinsuke will want to keep this kind of momentum going in this match as much as he can, but Finn Balor now into a sling blade, looking to change the pace of this match. Is Finn Balor wants to set the tone for this matchup right here, and driving Shinsuke down to the mat on the back of his neck. Finn Balor wants Shinsuke back on his feet. Finn Balor gonna fly over the top rope, wiping out Shinsuke Nakamura here on the outside. Finn Balor remaining on the attack. This could be exactly what Finn Balor needs. Had a bit of a storm to kind of weather at the start of this match, but now Finn Balor driving Shinsuke Nakamura down onto the concrete on the back of his neck once again. Shinsuke Nakamura in a little bit of trouble on the outside here, but he's able to turn it around, sending Finn Balor in towards the barricade. Shinsuke may be looking for a count out here, and he's just taunting away at Finn Balor there. Trying to get in the head of Finn Balor is Shinsuke. Shinsuke now dragging Finn Balor into the corner, and I think Finn Balor's just been busted wide open. He has. He's got a big gash across the forehead. That's not something that you'll want before your big match at Survivor Series. Big kicks to the chest here. I'm sure that Carmelo Hayes is going to have that in mind. And now Shinsuke Nakamura, big strike to the head of Finn Balor. And Shinsuke Nakamura here, just removing that turnbuckle, so he obviously has something in mind. But one thing we do also need to talk about is the fact that Triple H, for the first time, has announced that we're going to have a 30-man gauntlet. Oh, sent into the steel, the exposed steel there. But yeah, we're going to have a 30-man and 30-woman gauntlet match at Survivor Series, and the winner of each of those matches will main event SummerSlam. So that's one hell of an opportunity for the men's division and the females division. A double foot stomp to the chest of Shinsuke Nakamura, and the coup de grace delivered into the cover for the victory. For quick work of Shinsuke. No. Big kick out by Shinsuke Nakamura. Well, Shinsuke obviously exposed the steel on that turnbuckle, but it seems to have maybe gone against him, because ever since he did that, Finn Balor's been able to remain on top. And Finn Balor, is he going to fly again? He is. Finn Balor over the top rope, but Shinsuke Nakamura had baited him in this time. He had it well scouted. He wasn't going to fall for that twice. And now Shinsuke just looking to wear down Finn Balor here on the outside. Now Shinsuke sending Finn Balor back into the ring. And Finn Balor, I thought he may have been going for another suicide dive there, but probably a wise decision not to, and slammed face first. That wound being slammed into the apron there. And Shinsuke sending Finn Balor again towards the barricade. And perhaps a steel steps, but Finn Balor now going to make his way back into the ring. I think the referee has still left that exposed steel there. He has. He hasn't addressed that. Oh, is that Kinshasa? I think it was. He connected into the cover now for the victory. No, Kinshasa out of absolutely nowhere. But yeah, the referee seems to have not noticed. Oh, he's noticed now. So is Shinsuke going to maybe go for whatever sneaky tactics he had in mind? I don't think he's going to get the chance, because Finn Balor drops him on the back of his neck. And into the cover now. This could be a smart decision after all to expose that steel. Shinsuke Nakamura just gave himself a moment there to recover, and Finn Balor into the coup de grace, but he misses this time. Shinsuke Nakamura able to avoid it and into a suplex now. These two know each other so well. Shinsuke Nakamura again rolls out of the way. Big right hand delivered. And Shinsuke Nakamura slamming Finn Balor down. We know what usually comes after that. Is Shinsuke Nakamura going to line him up or not? Doesn't look like he's going to. What's he going for now? Sending Finn into the corner, but a big elbow. Finn able to find a reversal. Big kick to the spine. And Finn Balor just Maybe listening to his inner demons. And Finn Balor heading to the outside to follow Shinsuke. Big kick. Oh, and just driving Shinsuke down to the mat there. Finn Balor with an elbow drop. Finn Balor here driving his foot into the midsection of Shinsuke Nakamura. And big stomps again. Just looking to wear out Shinsuke here. Maybe thinking about potentially taking the count out. It's on a 6 count. Finn Balor just repeatedly targeting those ribs. Brings Shinsuke back to his feet. Is he going to send him back into the ring? He is. On a 7 count here. Now Finn Balor stripping away the desk. Well, I think he may have wanted to do that before, Finn. Oh, Shinsuke. Oh, Shinsuke's met with a big forearm to the face, and Shinsuke's been busted open. Finn Balor now into the coup de grace again. Could be looking for the victory here to put Shinsuke away. Big victory for Finn Balor. One hell of a win heading into Survivor Series. Shinsuke showed up and showed out though, but here's the World Heavyweight Champion. Finn Balor wants him to come into the ring right here, right now, but Carmelo Hayes just trying to send a message to Finn Balor ahead of Survivor Series.